question II and question III. It is time for us to look into question IV, V, and the rest of it. So let's begin with question IV, which seems to be the simplest. So let's see solution quickly without wasting time. We have question IV. IV is beta dot or alpha dot beta is given as a C all over A. Recall, first of all, let's recall first of all that from our equation or the quadratic equation given, we have letters that we should consider in the first list, which is 3x squared minus 4x minus 1 all equal to 0, okay? Now, let's see. A here is equal to 3, come on. B is equal to minus 4, and then C is equal to minus 1, respectively, okay? Now, let's quickly solve this. Question IV, as we have it, is alpha beta, which is C all over A. And C here is minus 1, A is 3. Okay? That's the answer. That's all. So this question is solved. This is solved. Minus 1 over 3. That's the answer. Very simple. Quickly, let's do this. Let's do that. Question number 5 is alpha squared plus beta squared, which is equivalent to, it should be alpha squared plus beta squared minus 2 alpha beta. I think that should be what it should be, yes. So if we further simplify, we have alpha brackets squared here minus 2 alpha beta. Good. We can still go further. This is just the same thing. Okay? Alright, so I don't want us to waste any time here. This becomes what we already know. This becomes alpha squared plus beta squared. Here we have for this, okay, we know that alpha plus beta is minus b all over a. This is squared, and then 2 outside. Alpha beta is c all over a. That's it. Then we substitute. We maintain our flow in that order, and then here we have minus, bracket open minus, bracket again open for the value, minus 4. Okay? And then over a, then that is 3. All over 3, bracket close, all squared. So take notes. And we move on to that. So we have 2 here. What happens here? C is minus 1, and the A is just 3. So we have minus 1 all over 3. Good. So we take it there. To the other side we have that alpha squared plus beta squared is equal to, what do we have now? Look at this. Minus minus cancel out, squared 16 over this. And then that's 16 over 9. 16 all over 9. Good. Minus, let's look at this. This is 2 times this is going to be turned into 2. Alright? All over 3. Good. Take it again. Minus times minus changes to plus. 2 times 1 over 3. I hope that's correct. Okay, so we can move further from this. We have alpha squared plus beta squared. LCM here is 9, okay? 9 against itself is 1. 1 times this is 16. And then 3 against 9 is 3. It's going to get 3 each. Against 9, rather 3 divided 9 is 3. 3 times 2, we get 6. Yes, 6. And this gives 22 all over 9. Therefore, alpha squared plus beta squared is equal to 22 all over 9. Solved. So we have solved this. This is very simple. This also could be or alpha plus beta all squared into brackets 22 all over 9. That's it. So we can as well accept this. Alright, if that is the case, we can now solve this. We can solve this. So what this means, we are now going into question number 6. Question number 6, VI is given as alpha cube plus beta cube. Alright, this is equivalent to alpha plus beta bracket close first. Alright, let's take it easy. And then we enclose all that. Alpha squared plus beta squared minus 3 alpha beta all close. Let's see how it works. This is equivalent to this. So if you understand this, that means we'll go a long way. And we begin from here. We have alpha plus beta all close once again into alpha squared plus. We can as well change this. We can change at this point. Look at this. We can change this to something moderate. We can say, since we have that, we can say that this could be together like this, alright? And then we maintain 3 alpha beta. Good. This is square brackets. This is square brackets. Alright? Good. I don't want us to waste time here. So let's see if we can substitute. Can we substitute at this point? We can substitute at this point, substitute there, and the rest of it. So let's see how it works. Okay, substitution. Can this work out? So we begin our substitution at this point. This is A plus B, alpha plus beta, please. Alpha plus beta, really. We solve something like that. Alpha plus beta should be minus 4, alright? That is minus B over A to start with, okay? If that makes sense. And then we go again and close. Alpha plus beta again should be minus over A, okay? All squared minus 3 alpha beta. Good. So let's see. We have that. We have that. So that means we substitute according to what we have here. For this is this. Okay? For this, I take it again. For this is this. For this is that. Okay? And then for this, that way. We return it that way. We don't change. We don't have to change anything at that point. Alright, we are taking all this to this point. Okay? To avoid squeezing things over there. Let's take it to this point and see how we are going to, why am I cleaning this? This is our original equation for x minus 1 all equals to 0. A is equals to 3, come on. B is equals to minus 4. We need these things. Minus 1. Okay, so I should be cleaning from this point. So let's see what we are going to make out of that. All through, because we need space. Okay, let's see. Alright, so with this, at this point we have let's just restate what we have. We have alpha, beta, and close, right? Open again, alpha plus beta squared, right? And then minus 3 alpha beta, okay? That is it. Close. So what we have there is what we're going to do now. So we can now say from here we have minus b over a. That's the first one. Okay? From here we have minus b over a squared. That's this, okay? Then here we maintain it the way it is, 3 alpha beta, and then close. so let's substitute. Let's substitute. For this, minus b, minus first, bracket minus 4 over a is 3. That's all. That's the first thing. The second one, here, the same thing applies, but squared. Minus, bracket minus 4, all over 3, but this time around, all squared at this point. Take it one at a time. And finally, we have 3 brackets alpha beta. Is always know that alpha beta is c over a, right? C over a. And what is c? Minus 1, okay? Minus 1, and the a is 3. So we just put that. C is minus 1, and then a is just 3. Good, or close. Take notes. Or close. The next thing we're going to do is to simplify. Let's just simplify. This we cancel this oxidative. We have 4 over 3. We come into here. This we cancel this. That's positive. This is 16. This is 9. 16 all over 9. We maintain this. But this, we turn this to positive. This, we turn this. It becomes plus 3 all over 3. And we close. It's interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay? The next thing we're going to do, this becomes, we maintain this. 4 all over 3, bracket open. Look at this. Just look at this. If that is the case, it means we've got something important here. That means LCM is 9, okay? 9 against 9 is 1 times. This is 16. We hold on. Okay? That's 16. So we have 16. Okay? Then 3 go divide 9. 3 divide 9 is 3. 3 times 3 is also 9. So we have 9 here. Bracket close. So let's see. Down at this point, we have 4 all over 3 brackets. And then 16 plus 9 is 25. Yes, 25 all over 9. Okay, we can go. We can go. This goes this way. 4 times 25 is 100. Okay, and then 3 times 9 is 27. 27. Solved. Come on. So we have finally succeeded in resolving question IV. Alright? And this is the final answer. Look at the final answer. This point. Okay? That's quite interesting. Very, very interesting. Alright. So we can now touch here quickly and we call it a day. You can solve this. Okay, let's quickly look. Let's quickly deal with question VII. Question number 7. Let's see how it goes. Let's quickly do that. And then we now conclude for the day. Okay, so let's do that. We have found question number 6, that is VI. Let's see what question number 7 turns out to be. VII. VII. Let's see. And VII is given as 1. Wow, chalk, breaking. Alpha plus 1 plus 1 all over beta plus 1. Look at it very well. Look at it. Just look at the question. Look at it. Okay, what do? Very simple. Find the LCM. Of course, the LCM should be alpha plus 1 bracket beta plus 1. The products. Okay? The products of the numerator, right? Now, if this comes, dividing this, it will cancel this. This will remain. This times this is going to be beta plus 1. Okay? Beta plus 1. We put a big plus. Alright? And look at this. If this comes, dividing this is going to cancel this. And what remains is this. This multiplied this is going to be alpha plus 1. Good. We take it again in that order. The next step, we collect like terms here. We collect like terms here. This and this can go. And we have alpha plus beta. 1 plus 1 will give us 2 all over alpha plus 1 brackets, okay, beta plus 1. Alright? We have simplified the numerator, but something is remaining. The denominator has to be simplified as well. So let's go. If we do that, we now have alpha plus beta, okay, plus 2 all over. Let's see. Alpha times beta will give us alpha beta. That's the first thing. Alpha and beta will give us alpha beta. And then we go again. Alpha and 1 will give us just plus alpha. And the same thing happens here, plus beta. Alright? Good. So we have this times this is this. This times this is this. And we go this times this is this. And then finally this times this should be plus 1. Good. Can you see how that works? Can you see how that works? So we're getting something very, very interesting at this point. So the next step, let's look at what next step will be. Let's see. We maintain this. Alpha plus beta plus 2. We maintain it all over. Beta, we maintain it because we know the values of this. We also maintain this alpha plus beta, and then we keep 1. That's all. It is time for us to substitute. Yes, we substitute. We do the substitution here. For alpha and beta, we already know it's minus b all over a, okay? We keep our 2, good. And then over again, for alpha, beta, we already know is c all over a, okay? And then plus minus beta, minus b over a, okay? And then we keep our plus 1. That's it. So we're going to take this into consideration one at a time. One at a time. So the next one, the next step is going to be resolving all through. For minus b, we put our minus first. Minus b is 4, alright? 3a is 3, okay, as we have it there. You can see. B is minus 4, a is equal to 3, c is minus 1. We continue that way. We retain our 2 here, and then we move on again. Here we have c is minus 1, and a is what? 3. Here we have the same thing as we have in the beginning. So we have minus 4 over a, okay? Over 3, please. And then we maintain plus 1. Plus 1. Good. So look at it very well. Just look at it. What do? We begin to finalize things. Let's work on the numerator, after which we work on the denominator. So, the numerator first. Numerator for this is 4. Okay? The LCM is 3. Alright? Yes, the LCM is 3. And then we have 4 here. And then here is 1. Divide 3 is 3 times this is 6. Let's take it again. The LCM here is, this is 1. There is 1 here on C. 2. Okay, over. This cancel out 4, so we have correct. LCM is 3, good. And then what happens? This is 1 times this 4, correct. This is 1. Divide 3 is 3 times 2 is 6. So we have this, which is 10 all over 3. That's the numerator. The denominator, let's see what happens. We have minus 1 over 3. Here we have 4 over 3. And plus 1 over 1. If we should do that. Look at it. Just look at it. So now we have understood this. What it means is the LCM at the same time is 3. The LCM here is 3. Let's go. LCM is 3. Is 3. 1 is here. So this is 1. We have minus 1. We have plus 4. And then we have 3 times 1, you have 3. Okay? And what this means is minus plus 4, and that we have 7 minus 1 plus 7. That is 6 over 3. That is 6 all over 3. Invariably, okay, 6 all over 3. We stop at that point. Oh, this is interesting. Absolutely interesting. So let's see what happens next. This point will give us the final answer, and that's all. Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at what happens at this point and see what we have. Then we call it a day. Look at that. So we now have 10 over 3. We have 10 all over 3. Then we have 6 all over 3. 6 all over 3. This boils down to 10 all over 3 times 3 all over 6. This can cancel out, and we have 10 all over 6. And 2 goes, 5 and 3. Solved. So this baggage, this is 5 over 3. That's the answer. It means, in conclusion, it means that all that fraction given, it means that 1 all over this, alpha plus 1, and then 1 all over beta plus 1, all equal to 5 over 3. Solved. That's what it means. It has been resolved. You can see the steps applied from here all to this point, and then finally to this point. But if there is any step or steps that you do not understand, that is not clear to you, put it in the comment section. Let's discuss it further. Is that clear? And I want to thank you for exercising patience and watching up to this moment. I believe you have learned something. I sign out. Thank you.